Heat, the big story, as you might expect. Now that we're moving here into summer, it's about time. I'm field meteorologist Michael Armstrong from KOCO 5 News, and I'm going to show you the upper level pattern and why we're looking at the hottest week we've seen so far this year. So high pressure this time of year, you'll hear it referred to as a heat dome or a ring of fire. Well, the high pressure is what controls the atmosphere this time of year specifically. And around that, that's where you tend to get the storms. Also, that's where you get the cooler than average conditions. It doesn't necessarily mean it's cool because it is summertime, but it means it's lower than average. Those are the areas shaded in blue that are around the high. But if you notice where the center of a high is here today on Monday, well, it's centered over Colorado, but it's close enough to Oklahoma that we're already starting to see that heat pattern and less in the way of rain and thunderstorms. I know we had quite a few last week and even going into the weekend, but we're starting to get more in the way of heat now that the high is settling in over us. And look at Tuesday. The pattern really locks in because the high gets centered right on top of Oklahoma, and that's where your air sinks the most, and that's also where it heats up the most as well. So we have heat advisories in effect for tomorrow. Also, an excessive heat watch in parts of eastern Oklahoma, especially over near Sallisaw and into adjacent areas over near Fort Smith, parts of Arkansas. There are going to be numerous areas with excessive heat warnings where we're going to see the heat index really become a factor. We're talking about 110 plus on some of those heat index values. Here for us, here in Oklahoma, because we've had quite a bit of rain here lately, we still have a humidity factor, and that's going to help keep the temperatures from really skyrocketing, but we'll get some pretty intense heated index values also, so we'll be up around 105. The bottom line is you're going to have to prepare for the heat really for the foreseeable future until this pattern breaks down. Now, if you look at the pattern here on my summer sizzle pattern graphic, what you see here on Monday is that, again, that high is to our north and west. Look at that L on the map down in the Gulf. That is for a low pressure system. That is for a tropical depression. It is called Tropical Depression 2. If it intensifies into a tropical storm, it would be named Bertha. And right now it looks like because of where the high is centered in over Oklahoma, it will stay to our south and track to the west toward Texas. But the high will probably prevent it from making a northward turn and bringing us any more rain. Now, we had quite a bit last week, but I think we're going to be staying into a fairly dry pattern based on what I'm seeing right now. We'll watch this close, and if anything changes and we can maneuver that tropical system up closer to Oklahoma and generate some rain, we'll let you know. But as of right now, get ready for the heat.